going on, everyone? Gelman with Live Wealthy Stocks, back with another video today, taking a look at NIO stock and kind of the updates that have happened in the past 2 days since I made my previous video. So we'll take a look at how it's traded in these past 2 days, some key support and resistance levels that we have coming up, and then based on that, what we think NIO stock could do. So real quick, if you enjoy videos like this, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel if you're new, and comment down below what your thoughts on NIO are, or if you're currently invested in NIO, and I'd love to chat with you guys down in the comment section. So let me hit record and we'll take a look at how the stock traded. But before we do that, I want to just quickly cover the last time I made a video, we were still looking to see what the offering was priced at, and the offering came in priced at $39, which isn't too bad. It's not a crazy discount than the share price. Now if it was 35, you know, stocks would, the share price I think would fall a lot more, but the fact that, you know, the discount that these big banks received to buy a ton of this stock isn't that huge shows two things. A, you know, there's enough interest in the market. Matter of fact, it was oversubscribed, meaning that the investment banks running the offering had asked for more shares than the company had originally planned to sell. That means that there's, you know, a lot of interest in the stock, but it also it is good because now that means that, you know, the stock can kind of do its own thing and move forward. So another thing that I want to really quickly cover is another analyst started coverage NIO on Monday, yesterday, with a buy rating and a price target of 59, who thinks that NIO is a distinguished pick amongst the emerging set of upscale electric vehicles. And then someone else down here, you had mentioned that, Edison Yu and Deutsche Bank had said that NIO along with Tesla are kind of the ones that he thinks are set to conquer China's huge new vehicle market, which is great news for both if you're in Tesla, as Tesla expands in China, and if you're in NIO, that's great news for you know, both of those stocks. But let's take a look at how the stock's been doing. So I'll go to the 1-day chart and we'll take a look today. So today was a great day for NIO stock, up $2.52 and 6% for the day, down a little after hours, but still you know, not too shabby of a day for NIO. Compare that to yesterday, we saw a little bit of a down day from Friday's close, I believe, right? Yeah, so we had a huge gap down from 41s to 39s, and then we kind of closed in the 41. And then today was a pretty, you know, right out of the gate, what we saw was a sell-off, and that was looking kind of scary. Remember, I had these two horizontal support lines drawn on the screen in my previous video, and I thought we were going to hit this bottom one again, but we bounced before that, pushed up to 43.84, and then we saw a little bit of a sell-off, kind of bouncing off of this support line where we broke below VWAP, but then bounced back, made it above VWAP, and then closed strong, not too far from the high that was set previously in the day. So all of that is good news for the stock. Now let's take a look at the daily chart, and I'll kind of point out some other things. So I had sort of drawn these three lines, the bottom one being in the mid 38s, 3850s, where we found support level right there on 12/2, December 2nd, but also kind of early and mid-November, 3 points right here. And then we had another level right here that was kind of in the high 40s, right? 4070s, 4080s, around that level, where we found some consolidation happening again back there, as well as you know, where we were here, sorry, so back here and here. And then the last level that I had drawn was this right here, which actually really nicely was the low point of today, kind of in the low 42s, 42.38s. Excuse me, not the low point for today, the start point for today, after we pushed up a little bit. So those three levels that I have are still, to me, valid. They're holding up as great levels of support, potentially great, some levels of resistance, but more so than anything, they're acting as really great pivot points for the stock. When the price comes to that level, it's a generally good you know, time to see what the stock will do, because a lot of times it'll consolidate and then decide whether it wants to go up or down. Now, the other thing is I had this line kind of coming down here beforehand, like this has been in my video for a while now, and it's been on my chart here. But what we see is now we are hitting up against this. So we close right below it, that line. We're probably like, you know, 10, 20, 30 cents off of the high of where that line's hitting. So that line, as we sort of expected and talked about, is acting as resistance. Now, what's happening right now is we are establishing the 42, kind of 40s, 42, 30s as a good level of support, but we are still getting rejected by that line coming down. So What needs to happen now is we need to break out of this line, right? This line is going to be even lower tomorrow. So it's going to have a really, really narrow range before it breaks out one way or the other. One way it could break out is if it goes below that 42.30s, 42.40s support line, or if it goes higher and breaks this kind of top line, that would probably be even lower than where it was today. Today was in the mid 40s. So I personally, I have NIO shares. I think long term it goes up. As we go into NIO Day coming in early January, I think that there's going to be a renewed interest in NIO stock as it's kind of slagged. And the fact that we've got some pretty good support, down in the 40s, down in, again, another one in the 38s, gives me good reasoning to kind of, buy or kind of add to my position as we bounce off of this 42 level like we did today. So I was able to add some yesterday around the 40, between 40 and 41 I think was my entry price on the shares that I added yesterday. But I'm looking for that bounce. Hopefully it pushes up, and then we'll kind of see what the next high is. Based on a price action perspective, we could go as high as 45 and 47 as well, but we'll kind of see how that goes. I'm looking for that breakout to happen. On the daily chart, we are coming up against the 8 EMA, which is at 43.99, and the 21 EMA, which are at 44.45, which I would like to see the stock push towards, hopefully break, and hopefully those don't act as really strong resistance points where we see some selling pressure. So that's another thing that I'm watching. And then on the 4-hour chart, what we see is that EMA is acting as pretty good level of support. So I think that level of support should hold up as well, assuming, for today, we saw it trading above the 8 EMA on the 4-hour chart. So looking to make sure that it continues this trend up. You guys know me, I like looking at that, 8 EMA to be kind of for the stock to be trading above the 8 EMA, using that as support and then pushing up. So on the daily chart, because of the fall we had, a lot of the EMAs are not looking too great right now. Same with the 4-hour chart, kind of, but that 8 EMA is starting to turn around and head back up, which is great signs. And then, if again on the hourly chart, we kind of see something similar where since yesterday, right, you can see it hitting up against this 8 EMA as it goes and riding that up, which again to me is a good sign. It did drop below it for a little bit today, but I'm looking to make sure that it closes above the 8 EMA. That's what I like to see. So again, taking a look at what the stock could do, I definitely think that there's potential for it to start kind of running again. We've seen this level right here, also the high for today, hold up as some resistance. So hopefully come tomorrow we are able to break out, or not tomorrow necessarily, right? It doesn't have to be tomorrow. If you're a long-term investor, you're looking for it to go up kind of over the long term, but looking for it to kind of hopefully break out, or if not, at least validate this support one more time and consolidate for a little bit before pushing higher into NIO Day. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. A little quick update for you guys. Let me know down in the comment section if you're in NIO, if you've been playing NIO. Good 6% move today, which is great, and some positive news coming from different analysts that are covering the stock as well. Like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I really appreciate you guys. Let's remember to be a bit better every single day, and until next time.